You ever had that feeling of watching something so bad, you just wanted to turn it off? Because that's how these new Marvel movies has me, and I can't explain why. Ever since Avengers Endgame came out, all the movies and shows that came after it just felt pointless. Sure, it was cool seeing a sitcom about Wanda and Loki getting his new show, but that's about it. After those two, every movie and show that came out just felt boring. For the last 16 years, Marvel has been one of, if not the biggest franchise in the world, but for the past couple of years, they've really fallen off. The box office numbers nowadays are terrible. The Marvels only made $200 million. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania made only $476 million on a $388 million budget. And the Eternals made $402 million on a $236 million budget. It's not that the movies are bad. I actually kind of enjoyed Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It's the fact that it felt pointless. In past Marvel movies, there was an agenda, and that agenda was stopping Thanos. But now that that's gone, there's nothing to look forward to. The excitement that once had Marvel fans waiting the extra 3 to 4 minutes seeing the end credit scene is gone. There is no new villain, no Avengers level threat that is gonna happen, and if I might add, they literally changed Kraven the Hunter and made him Kraven the Animal Activist. All these changes that Marvel is doing is reshaping the future of this franchise. Marvel needs to give us something that is captivating, because on paper, these movies should all work. Introducing new characters, making a new anti-Avengers team, bringing back combat accurate suits, but it doesn't. Several factors on why it does not work, one being the dialogue. What the heck is the dialogue? Nowadays, it's like they don't even care about exploring new characters, and all they care about is the plot. They introduce new characters all the time without adding any context or backstory. A good example of this is when they find Ironheart in Wakanda Forever. We just see her appear and apparently, that's Ironheart. No introduction, no backstory, just bad dialogue. Another reason that's up there is the CGI. The new Marvel CGI is so overused. I used to get so excited when I saw Hulk getting sent to Earth or Thor fighting those fire guys. That was cool. But it's gotten so normal that it doesn't feel cool anymore. It just feels forced. Like Doctor Strange's third eye. Another reason why it doesn't feel the same anymore is because the characters we used to love is gone. At least for me, I'm still not used to Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, and Hulk all being gone and replaced. It used to give that feeling of those lovable characters coming back for another fight, just for them not to be there. Captain America is now Sam Wilson, Iron Man is now Riri Williams, Black Widow is Yelena, so on and so forth, but it doesn't feel right. These characters that have been built from the ground over a 10-year span has really grown on all of us. If there was a threat, we know that the returning Avengers is going to save the day. But now if there's a threat, I don't know if Captain Marvel, Shang-Chi, or the anti-Avengers is going to answer the call. The future of Marvel isn't looking good. Coming back from this plateau of bad Marvel movies is going to be tough. All the new Marvel movies aren't enjoyable and feel forced. I do look forward to the new Avengers and then bringing back the old characters like RDJ, but that's not for another year and a half. In 2008 through 2012, Marvel released 6 movies. In 2013 and 2016, Marvel produced 2 movies a year, or 6 movies. But after the Infinity Saga, Marvel produced 3 movies a year between 2017 and 2019. And in 2021, Marvel had a record high at producing 4 movies that year, all of which being considered flops. The Eternals, flop. Shang-Chi, flop. Black Widow, flop. Spider-Man No Way Home, pretty good actually. On top of these 4 Marvel movies, Marvel decided to release 5 Disney Plus shows, including What If, WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So all those movies and TV shows came out to about the length of 14 Marvel films in just 1 year. That's insane because now in a year, fans had to learn about new characters, new plot lines, and new villains, which is way too much for my brain to comprehend. When Marvel was making movies a few times a year, it was much easier to keep up with. Now, it requires you to do homework in order to make the whole plotline make sense. Next is the amount of productions they do. Before, when times were great and Marvel movies were at its peak, they were really able to focus on one film and make sure it was amazing. But with different movies and shows being produced at the same time, that production quality was really deteriorating. It seems like nowadays, Marvel is trying to be quantity over quality with how bad these movies seem nowadays. In phase 1 of Marvel, it was putting the Avengers together. Phase 2 and 3 was leading up to the big fight with Thanos. And phase 4 is just a huge disappointment. All the movies before phase 4 were connected, from little teasers to post-credit scenes. They were all connected and they made sense. Now you have a bunch of TV shows and movies that are disconnected and don't seem to be going anywhere. Marvel needs to fix their movies and keep up with fans wanting more. I don't know anybody who wants a season 2 of She-Hulk or Agatha All Along, because they were so forgetful and downright bad. Another thing is Marvel never seems to listen to their fans. They constantly put out shows that nobody asked for. Agatha All Along. Nobody asked for it, so it got really bad reviews. She-Hulk wasn't asked for, and it just wasn't good. Prime example of listening to the fans is the new Superman movie. The Superman movie is made for comic book fans, from the way it looks, from the character, and the action. And I think if Marvel and DC keeps up with what they're doing, DC is gonna surpass Marvel in future years. I've noticed a common theme over the past couple years of Marvel is when a new Marvel movie in slow comes out, it doesn't get me as excited as I used to. This kind of relates to my point where the MCU has come out with so many productions that I become desensitized to it. It became such a normal thing of Marvel producing a new movie and show so often that it doesn't feel so special. The new titles that are coming out for these new movies don't seem interesting. In the Infinity Saga, when Marvel movies were a rarity, only coming a couple times a year, it was a lot easier to stay interested. But now that it's become a common thing that people don't care for, they become lazy to watching it. All these new movies and shows, and hey, you know, I didn't want to watch these new Marvel movies, so I'm doing it for you guys. The future of the MCU is incredibly rich and full of potential, with multiverse adventures, cosmic escapades, new characters, and emotional arcs. The next phases promise an exciting blend of new and familiar stories. The MCU is evolving, and it looks like the best is yet to come. Whether you're a fan of street level heroes or cosmic legends, there's something on the horizon for everybody.